and welcome to IDTV. This is the premiere show of 2011 and we're very excited about it. I'm Stephanie Chong.
And I'm Rudy Solis. We'll be your hosts for what will be 3 half-hour shows this season.
We'll also be helped out by Jordan Fowler and John Jordan out in the field. And KN Recede will host a Best of SF segment.
We're coming to you from City College of San Francisco's brand new broadcasting studio.
That's right, and let me tell you, this place is awesome.
We're lucky here in San Francisco to be part of a diverse community, and our show will reflect it. Today, we have an IDTV field report from the premiere of the San Francisco Green Film Festival.
And an interview with festival founder, Rachel Kaplan.
We also have a green quiz question and stories on sustainable food systems, a unique San Francisco art gallery, and much, much more. And we're closing the show with a musical performance by local musician Brad Brooks.
That's fantastic. Let's get going.
Steph, what do you plan on doing with that bottle of yours?
Well, is this a trick question?
No, seriously.
Well, I'm gonna toss it in that blue bin.
Yes, that's the green answer. And on that note, let's check out what Jordan Fowler found happening at the Green Film Festival.
Just in case you thought that paper cups were recyclable, they're not. They are lined on the inside with polyethylene. And polyethylene is not recyclable, and it's not very compostable either, because who wants to eat polyethylene?
The San Francisco Green Film Festival is the first of its kind on the West Coast. Organizers put together a lineup of over 70 films that explore the topic of living sustainably on our planet. Beyond educating audiences about important environmental issues, the hope is that it will inspire attendees to take action.
I think the film is a very immediate and accessible, entertaining and powerful way to reach out to audiences and inspire them to become environmental activists and get involved in creating a more sustainable planet.
The opening night feature, Bag It, explores the struggle we face to reduce or ban our use of plastic bags.
I am the legislator who banned plastic bags in San Francisco a few years ago. We have the distinct honor of being the first city in the United States to doing so.
During the 4-day festival, attendees split their time between the Embarcadero's landmark cinema and the Bentley Reserve, a facility known for its eco-friendly amenities. After the screening, guests were led to the Bentley Reserve for a green carpet gala and celebration, concluding opening night ceremonies. Canadian filmmaker Sean Walsh was on hand for Friday night's U.S. premiere of his film, Hauling.
In Brazil, we're receiving a lot of requests from schools in particular that want to show the film to their teachers that want to show the film to their students. And so it's just about, it's sort of a grassroots movement. It's word of mouth. The film doesn't have a sales agent yet. And so all these festivals that we're getting into and the awards we're winning are due to the film itself and the story.
Bananas, Frederick Gerten's controversial documentary focusing on a legal case between a dozen Nicaraguan banana plantation workers and Dole Food Corporation, was another festival highlight. Carl A. Fechner's The Fourth Revolution Energy Anatomy served as a festival closer and explores the topic of new opportunities provided by the energy revolution.
Believe at your American dream. I mean, you are, for the whole world, you have been something like the power nation. Yeah, the American dream, liberty, and all that, which is something American. Yeah, you need a new dream.
The San Francisco Green Film Festival has certainly proved that it's worthy of our attention by presenting inspiring films that have created a path for discussion between media arts and environmental advocacy. For IDTV, I'm Jordan Fowler.
This is today's Green Quiz question. What is the new name of the company which collects curbside landfill, recycle, and compost in San Francisco? Think about it. We'll give the answer later in the show. I'm here with Rachel Kaplan, founder of the San Francisco Green Film Festival. Hi, Rachel. Welcome to IDTV's first show.
Hi, Rudy. Great to be with you here in the studio.
So, what initiated the San Francisco Green Film Festival? What started it?
Well, really, when we've been talking to people about this project the last year, they can't believe there isn't a San Francisco Green Film Festival here in San Francisco, where we know we're the heart of the global green movement. And also we love our film festivals and coming out and seeing independent films. And I was working for another festival, and at that time filmmakers were sending me films about mining and farming and mountain beetles and rainforests, and it really kept asking, where can we show these films here in the Bay Area? So it just seems the right time for this festival, and it's been great work bringing this project together.
Nice.
Yeah.
What do you expect now that audiences have gone and they've seen the film festival? What do you hope that they take out of it?
We're trying to keep away from typical doom and gloom films and a lot of preaching and talking heads. And the stories these filmmakers are creating are really about inspiring people, doing work and making a difference. And we hope that audiences will come and be inspired to find out more or get involved with the work of one of our partner organizations, the many nonprofits here in the Bay Area, and that we can inspire some real environmental activism here in the Bay Area.
Nice, nice. And so, with that in mind, what is the future for the San Francisco Green Film Festival?
Planning's already underway for our next festival in March 2012. We're also screening films from the festival at the Civic Center Earth Day event on April 23rd. We'll be there in a dome on Civic Center Plaza screening films all day. And we're working on other films throughout the year. So sign up on our mailing list and come and see some great movies.
Sweet. Awesome. Well, I definitely look forward to seeing it. Thank you for being on the show.
Thanks, Rudy.
Childhood obesity, the rise of type 2 diabetes, and food toxicity are all linked and directly related to food consumption. Part of the solution is sustainability. We now have a story that explores what is being done about sustainability right here at City College of San Francisco. So let's take a look.
Food sustainability to me means that we are trying to get products from more of a localized, perhaps smaller farmer, and typically more seasonality. Say that with regards to animal proteins, we produce about the same as what we've been producing for the last maybe 15 or 20 years. And so what we've done now is virtually all of the side dishes, the starches and the vegetables are created without any animal product whatsoever. We are using far less butter with regard to sauteing our vegetables or making some of our starches. We have created a vegetarian station where we're offering a vegetarian option for lunch, in addition to offering more of the salads, the pre-made salads, as a vegetarian option, cutting back a little bit on the protein. We really started to focus more on breaking all the different components down between pure waste, which is our black bin. We have a recycling bin, which is the blue bin. Then we have a green or compost bin. And instead of all the vegetable trim and protein trim going into just the waste, right, which is going into our trash compactor, we are now bringing it down and separating it out. And it first started here, 15 years ago, and we would fill probably close to almost 2.5 compactors a week. Now we're barely filling 1 compactor with waste.
I wanted everything that anybody would take from the cafeteria to be put into something that was biodegradable and compostable instead of just plastic. One of the food service outlets we have, which is our noodle bar at present, does everything that's to go, so there's nothing on reusable plates. In the main cafeteria, you have a choice of things that are either in plates that get washed or things that are biodegradable, compostable. So you have to weigh which way is a better way to go. Some people would say, well, why not just keep reusing plates and forks instead of putting things that are compostable? And I think part of that is not such a simple answer, actually, because you're looking at all the resources that goes into washing that plate. But not only to washing that plate, to producing that plate, to buying new plates because they get thrown away accidentally. They walk away accidentally. I think our mandate and our priority is let's at least address the fact that we want to be local, we want to be seasonal, and then if the organic piece can come into play there with some of the elements or all the elements, we'll bring that to the table as well.
Rudy, do you know what this is?
It's you trying to kick the crap out of me.
No, it's a tombstone pile driver.
What?
Kind of like cactus clothesline, Frankensteiner. They're wrestling moves.
I think you mean wrestling. Wrestling moves.
No, it's wrestling, and it's happening in Hayward. Just watch, and you'll see what I mean.
Meet Dylan Godfrey, an aspiring pro wrestler goes by the name of Dylan Drake. Today, IDTV field correspondent John Jordan finds out how Dylan plans to get to the big time in pro wrestling, why you don't make fun of a bunch of dudes in tights, and we answer the age-old question of,
what are you looking at? You want to wrestle?
So Dylan, why is taking a boot to the face normal to you?
You get in that ring and people want to hurt you, and sometimes you just got to take that boot to the face before you can get to the finish line.
How long have you wanted to be a wrestler?
Since my childhood, for as long as I can remember it.
Who are the wrestlers you liked?
Bret the Hitman Hart and Mr. Perfect and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
How long have you been doing it?
I started in 1995.
Sometimes you're a good guy, sometimes you're a bad guy. Tell the viewer at home what it's all about, what they're called.
If you're a good guy, you're referred to as a face. If you're a bad guy, you're referred to as a heel. But I always do my best to be a fan favorite. I like to slap the hands and kiss the babies.
Worst injury?
My absolute worst injury was I broke both of my thumbs at the same time. I looked pretty ridiculous.
You were cast like this?
Yeah, they were. Thumbs up. Absolutely. So open. I visited the ER many times.
Do you have a signature move?
The Beta Breaker, which is...
I love that.
Yeah, it's actually...
What do you know, the Beta Breaker?
A little homage to my city.
Who's probably the best well-known wrestler that you've actually shared the stage with?
We got to go out on stage and be Batista's personal security, and then John Cena came out. I caught a nice elbow to the face from him in the middle of the ring, surrounded by 15,000 plus people. And
I want to wrestle. How do I do it?
When I wanted to learn how to wrestle, I just went online and I looked up professional wrestling schools around San Francisco, and I found one in Hayward, which happens to be one of the best wrestling schools in the United States.
It was a pleasure, sir. The next stop in the IDTV Wrestling Caravan was APW. This is a school where wrestlers hone their craft. In the pre-production meeting, IDTV was given some tips.
That you guys don't get in the way of some of the moves that are going to happen.
APW has its fans bring canned goods as their entrance fee, which they donate to local food banks. This makeshift garage that is APW was packed and we were ready to go. The main components for a good wrestling night. Announcing,
from top to bottom,
lights, posing, and of course, wrestling. The crowd's interaction is a vital part of the experience.
10 minutes.
Our poor camera guy was involved with the action. 1 for the camera guy, 0 for Omega. Time for the main event. Even with the match ending in a tie, the night was a success. I wonder how far these guys will go. I know I'll be rooting for them all the way to the big show. For IDTV, I'm John Jordan. War causes wounds and suffering that last beyond the battlefield. Swords to Plowshare's mission is to heal the wounds, to restore dignity, hope, and self-sufficiency to all veterans in need, and to significantly reduce homelessness and poverty among veterans. Swords to Plowshares is a community-based, non-profit organization that provides counseling and case management, employment and training, housing and legal assistance to veterans in the San Francisco Bay Area. We promote and protect the rights of veterans through advocacy, public education, and partnerships with local, state, and national entities.
So, what did you guess for the green question? The company used to be Sunset Scavengers, but now they're Recology. You see the white truck and hear the racket early in the morning. Stephanie, what's the first thing that you think of when I say the luggage store?
The luggage store, Hawaii.
Okay.
You know, packing my bags, sun, the beach, my ties with the little umbrellas and a glass.
Right, but actually, the luggage store is a unique San Francisco art gallery. Here, let's find out more about it.
My name's Daryl Smith, co-founder of the Luggage Store Gallery, and with my partner Lori Laser, the innovators of this project, the Tenderloin National Forest, or what it's become known as. We were a small group of residents who took over the ground floor and wanted to open up a space for art and performance, and looked immediately to the alley itself and its potential for the rest of the residents that live around it, that I figure is somewhere around 300 in 4 buildings. The idea that, that low-income people should have a great, beautiful place to live around. It was the inspiration for our engagement with this alley and extending the programming from the interior space outside to do public art and performances and later food events such as Fresh from the Oven that Amara Tabor-Smith has been organizing here once a month.
Welcome to the Big Easy, baby. We smell a piss and beer, but the party don't stop. Welcome to the Big Easy, baby. Where the French quarters pop and don't you go too far. Welcome to the Big Easy, baby. Where the ninth ward now is just an angry scar, just an angry scar, just an angry scar.
How a photograph is an object surrendering all of its light to the camera. How self-hatred is a body surrendering all of its pieces to the stereotype. By graduation, I am the war photographer who can't put the camera down and just say, here, drink deep.
The whole idea of it started back in 1989. We moved forward with a lease with the city eventually after a lot of demonstration of what could happen here.
1990, he had an art show here in alley. And that was just to cement the floor as alley. And then no mural or nothing, just bare alleyway.
And we've been incrementally finding funding over the years since then to just expand on some of the ideas and actually even push beyond some of the expectations for what could happen out here.
I think that, what they've always been trying to do here for a long time is to make this a special place, different alley, a different type of urban space. And this is just one more contribution to it. You think that's all right, Theo?
Yeah, I do. Some of the foliage, some of the trees are, speak to other parts of the world. The Tenderloin being this place that is so international, so layered, multiculturally, linguistically, just we wanted these cultural references to somehow get woven into the fabric of what is this place.
Coming up next, the very best of SF.
Hi
everyone, I'm Kayan and welcome to The Best of San Francisco, where we explore, you guessed it, the best of SF. San Francisco is an amazing city and its uniqueness is mirrored in some of its most historic buildings. Mission Dolores is no exception and is San Francisco's oldest intact building in the city. Mission Dolores was formerly named Mission Francisco de Asís, but was more popularly known as Arroyo de los Dolores or Creek of Sorrows because of a nearby creek. Not only is the Mission Dolores a historic site, it's still a place of worship and a place of remembrance. Mission Dolores is the only cemetery within San Francisco. You'll find more than 5,000 Native Americans and some of the West's founding pioneers buried here. A statue of Father Junipero Serra, the founder of Mission Dolores, marks the center of the cemetery. In June of 1776, Father Junipero Serra and Father Francisco Palu conducted the very first Mass under a temporary shelter. And later that year, the Mission Dolores was established. Since 1776, the Mission Dolores has withstood Mother Nature's greatest shakeups, but even the most historic places need a facelift now and then. The gardens have been restored and embellished with native vegetation from the 1791 period and showcase Native American artifacts. Today you can tour Mission Dolores and even attend Mass. Like the Mission Dolores' garden, there's another site in San Francisco that's received a facelift. If you're an avid farmers market patron, then you'll definitely recognize our next site, the Ferry Building, located on Embarcadero and Market Street. Today, you'll find artisan cheeses, meats, sweets, and coffee inside the building. But back in the early 1900s, the Ferry Building was the center of transportation for travelers coming from the East Coast, Marin, and the East Bay via ferry boat or train. Like the Mission Dolores, the Ferry Building has withstood the Great Earthquake of 1906 and the Quake of '89, and is the largest foundation over water in the world. Since the construction of the Bay and Golden Gate bridges, traveling by ferry became virtually obsolete. In 1978, the Ferry Building was listed as a National Historic Landmark. Ooh, I smell some wonderful food here. I suddenly hear my stomach growling. That wraps it up for us, but stay tuned because we have more IDTV right after this break.
Today in our studio, we have a very special guest, originally from Tucson, Arizona, Bay Area pop musician, Brett Brooks. Hi, Brett. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, Stephanie. How are you?
I'm
Thank you for
very
having
good.
me.
How are you?
Fantastic.
Brett, I was browsing your name on the internet and I came across this one video. I believe it was on YouTube where you performed the national anthem at the San Francisco Giants in 2008. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's probably one of the scariest things you'll do. Up there, there's tons of people out there. You do the sound check with the players around, so that's a little intimidating. But the biggest thing, you don't want to mess up the words, and you want to just sing your heart out, and it's an honor to do. It's a fantastic honor to do.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Let's talk about your new record. All right, how does it differ from your previous recordings?
Well, I think this one has a lot more personal things that I've gone through in the past couple of years. It's also just more orchestrated. I've been using the band that I recorded with is some people that I've been playing with for a while, and it's basically a band with me, and that's one of the things I wanted to do, and have more vocals and just more dynamics to it as well.
And I know that your songs are actually on iTunes now and also in Rhapsody, yeah?
Yeah, on Rhapsody and iTunes, yes.
And you also have your own music video. How wonderful is that?
Yeah, it's called "Hit Me Like a Smile." It's something that we took my piano out of my house and put it on a pier and played for a couple of days, and it was amazing fun. Took a couple of days, but it was a blast.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for stopping by, and I know that you're gonna perform a song for us in the studio today. Yeah. What is the title of the song again?
This is going to be from the new record. It's called "The Spinner and the Spun."
All right. Let's watch it together. Take it away, Brad.
Glassy-eyed reflection didn't get it done. Everybody
the spinner and the spawn.
That was our first show of the IDTV 2011 season.
And it was fun. I can't wait to be back next month with show number 2.
It was a blast, and I feel like I kind of learned a little bit.
Yeah, I sure did. We hope you did enjoy it as much as we did. Thank you so much for watching. See you next month.
All right, Brad, take it away, buddy.
Bye.
I know you're getting over, reckless, a little wandering. Take a little off the shoulder and say what you mean. Unfazed and never caught, unafraid of anyone you've got. Everyone's in earshot and calling your name. Bombolina, Bombolina, Bombolina on the fly. Bombolina, Bombolina, Bombolina makes me cry. Your well-earned prophecy came true. I know you're getting out there, protected and unwavering. Chains are getting stronger, drugs are taking longer. All things that didn't want to stop, tumbling down a mountaintop. You don't ever want to not talk, you cried and you came. Bombolina, Bombolina, Bombolina on the fly. Bombolina, 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 tell me why. Your well-earned prophecy, your well-worn promises came true. Years roll by, lessons were paid in goodbye. As years roll by, your face value runs out of time. Bombolina, Bombolina, Bombolina on the fly. Bombolina, 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 tell me why. Your well-earned prophecy, your well-worn promises, your well-torn alibi came true.